Open up your ears. Man's a genius. Every man all tall because they were James Brown. Doesn't work in music.
Doesn't sound good. Does it feel good? If it sounds good, then it feels good, then it's musical. So play it like I say, play it.
James Brown biopic, Get On Up, shimmies into third place, bringing in $14 million of funk to the box office.
Powder hidden in plastic pouches inside their intestines.
Excuse me?
Make sure to be careful when you remove them. The product is very powerful. Believe me.
Proving what doesn't kill you makes you smarter. Lucy takes second place in its second week of release, raking in just over $18 million.
A thief, two thugs, an assassin, and a maniac. But we're not going to stand by as evil wipes out the galaxy. I guess we're stuck together.
And the Guardians of the Galaxy, a stellar hit at the box office, pulling in $94 million in its first week. Jason Gorber, critic with TwitchFilm.com, joins us now from our Toronto studios. Jason, what do you think? Guardians of the Galaxy ran away with the box office.
I had no idea it would do this. This is why I don't run Marvel. Look, I like this movie a lot, but I thought this movie would be too weird. I thought the characters would be too offbeat. I thought the choice of director would be too outre. But look, God bless Marvel. They took a chance on James Gunn, who's a tremendous director. He did a wonderful, incredibly dark, super not-for-kids film called Super with Rainn Wilson and Ellen Page, which is about a real-life guy who decides to become a superhero. So that was his last movie, and he beats people with a pipe wrench. It's the whole thing. Marvel chose him to do this incredibly quirky story, which is sort of off to the side of the regular Marvel universe that we knew about. This isn't like your regular Spider-Man or your Thor or your Avengers guys. So you have like Rocket Raccoon, this genetically and cybernetically modified raccoon. You have a walking tree in the form of Groot. And you have basically Chris Pratt nailing it again, just like he did with a Lego movie, in another sarcastic, sardonic performance that all came together. Look, this is a film that the action sequences are pretty good, but this is all about character. And bless them, Marvel's just hitting it out of the park with these kind of movies. I liked it a lot. Audiences seem to absolutely adore it. It's doing super well.
Let's talk about the James Brown biopic, Get On Up. What'd you think?
I liked it. I wanted it to be amazing, and it wasn't. It came super close. The first hour is tremendous. You have Chadwick Boseman, who was played in 42. So he's taking James Brown. The problem with the James Brown character is he was an incredibly complex guy. Yes, he was a musical genius, but he was also a bit of a schmuck. He did all kinds of really nasty stuff. And the film tries to balance this. Instead of being what we call a hagiography, one of those things that sort of makes the guy into some sort of sun god, it really does a good job of showing him warts and all. It is an extraordinary film from a technical point of view. They use the actual James Brown music, but the costumes, even the microphones and the way that the instrumentation is done is impeccable. The problem is that the film goes just a little bit too long for what it needs to do and doesn't really stick with what it does at the beginning, which is to tell a very fragmented but super interesting take. Sort of like, not dissimilar to 32 short films about Glenn Gould, a big Canadian film, where you knew you weren't going to tell everything about this incredibly weird, iconoclastic character. So let's show all these different facets, and somewhere out of there we're going to get the image of who this guy was. The film tries to do that and then becomes a little bit more conventional towards the end, which is when it falls apart. But look, as a celebration of the life and music of this guy, and recognizing that some of the things he did weren't so good, it's a pretty extraordinary film and one well worth checking out.
Okay, and Woody Allen's newest film, Magic in the Moonlight. Tell us about that.
Yeah, very briefly, Woody Allen makes masterpieces, and sometimes he makes ones that aren't so good. They're all worth seeing, but this is not a particularly great one. It's a story about a magician who tries to unmask a spiritualist, and it really falls flat. Looking at some beautiful shots, again, as the Woody Allen travelogue, he keeps going to these various countries where you get to see beautiful things, Barcelona, London, Paris. Now he's in the south of France. It's nice to look at, but it's pretty empty, especially compared to some of his greater works.
Okay. Thanks so much, Jason.
All the best. See you soon.
Jason Gorber, critic with TwitchFilm.com. And you can follow Jason on Twitter at Filmfest_CA.
All the best.